I told her, Cheryl, if it starts to burn, stop doing it. Oh, don't mind them. Hi, it's your fembot overlord here, cecedesist. Boy, do I have a video for you. When I started cabaret, I knew that I would have to acquire some costumes and accessories and shenanigans and what have you. Knowing where to start and finding the finances to do so can be a bit overwhelming. But I knew that I needed to start somewhere and I needed something to wear. Before I even owned a wig, I knew that I needed to put something on this head. So when I wanted to get started, I wanted to make some headpieces. Here are some that I prepared earlier. There are a number of ways that you can make a headpiece, and there are a number of places that you can acquire a headpiece. But if you're just starting out, you may find that all very overwhelming. So I thought I would share with you my technique on what I did when I was starting out, and it didn't cost me much at all. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to show you the basics of making one of these headdresses. It all starts with the base. Once you know how to make that base, you have full reign to make it anything you want. I've made Showgirl headpieces, but using this technique, I've also made Halloween headpieces that I added horns and a crown to when I wanted to be like a devil queen. And you'll only need two very accessible and inexpensive things. Some tape and a plastic bag. It's perfect for finding a way to recycle, and it's perfect if you're trying to find a crafty activity for the kids, because nothing says babysitter of the year like putting a plastic bag over a child's head. Let's get right into it. My name is cecedesist. I'm a cabaret performer from Perth, Australia. I like to sing, I like to dance, and my mum thinks I'm funny. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel for more tutorials and live performances. And if you'd like to see more of me, you can follow me on all of my socials, which are at cecedesist everywhere. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So let's learn how to make a headpiece out of crap. Hey guys, it's still Cece here, but I hope you don't mind I got out of the cabaret gear and out of the wig. There is a reason for that. Obviously, this is a technique that requires a lot of fiddling around with the head, and I didn't want to ruin my nicely styled wigs. You're gonna need your plastic bag, some scissors, and you'll need two kinds of tape. You'll need this kind of masking tape and duct tape. So start with your plastic bag. Obviously, you know, don't suffocate yourself, but it will be going on your head, not over your face. I'm going to get my masking tape, and this is the first tape you're going to start with. To keep it on the head, I'm just going to go around like the circumference of the head. There you are. So what we've done is we've got it to stay on the head, which is a good start. You can now work with the rest of it without it sliding around. I'm going to start with the front. Probably one down the center. The more of this you put on, the more stiff it's going to be. There's something about this particular type of tape that gives you that stiffness. Whereas if you just use duct tape, it's still pretty malleable and soft. So we want to start by giving it some structure and some stiffness, and that's what you're going to get from the masking tape. That's pretty stiff. I like the way that it feels. It's got structure. Now, let me show you. If I pull it off, it still holds the shape of my head. You can obviously trim around what you need to, and it'll give you an opportunity to look, see if there's anywhere else that you feel like you need more masking tape. I think I could do some more at maybe the crown of the head. This is part one of the base. I'm going to pop some more masking tape where you can see the plastic bag is still peeking through. That tells me that it's not quite layered enough. So, chucking that back on. What you can do is you can take a permanent marker or anything and sort of draw around where your ears go and then snip around after having taken it off. Don't take scissors to your ear. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go straight in with the duct tape. Everything we've just done with the masking tape, this is going to lock it in and give us, I think, a flat, as flat as you can, even sort of surface that you then can have to work with. This I like to use in strips. If you have someone that can help you look at the back of your head, highly recommend it. I live alone, so I highly recommend a hope and a prayer. Also, I've got some edges here. I'm not going to trim them, I'm actually going to bring them in. And we're going to do that with the rest of it in a sec. I do like to every now and then take it off and just have a look. I'm actually really pleased with how it's keeping the roundness as much as possible, given the circumstances that we're working with basically crap. I'm going to trim some of the plastic bag that's on the inside. We have a bit of excess from when we sort of tied the excess at the back. While it's off my head, I'm actually going to go around and close off the edges, kind of like what I did before by just sort of bringing it into the inside. Now these you'll need smaller strips, so about that big, a couple of inches. This is the front, so I'm going to place about halfway up, place it there, and then I'm going to sort of keeping the front taut and fold it over inside and then pressing firmly like that. If we do that around all the edges, we just have a nice clean finished product. I'm going to do that to the back now, and while I've got it off my head, I'll be able to actually see what's missing duct tape and chuck that around as well. What we've got now is basically a finished base. The most important part of our headpiece is now completed, and you have so many options on what you can do with it to make it a completed product. I like to paint these with regular poster paints you can get from any craft store. You can throw glitter on it, hot glue rhinestones to it. One thing that I've enjoyed doing with this technique is not just a headpiece, but I've created my own hair. What I did was I got the base and I got a marker and I drew where I wanted the finger waves to be, like so, and then I cut around that. I painted it black except for the hairline, and I hot glued black flat back rhinestoney crystally little things, and I made sure to hot glue them in the pattern of a finger wave. I really like it, and I'm really excited to do a really classic kind of cabaret number with it. Once you start gluing rhinestones to it, the more stiff that it will be, because you're essentially turning it into a plastic kind of helmet. So now we have a base to work with. You can paint over it, throw glitter on it, rhinestones, whatever you want to it. You now have a base and your imagination to run free with, and that is one of the most exciting things of all. It's just a really great way to like kickstart your creativity without breaking the bank. I highly encourage you, if you're starting out, to learn to make things with materials that you already have around the house. even if it means going out to at least buy the paint to give it some colour, but try finding things that you already have and figuring out how you can make it work without leaving the home. Well, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I'll hand you back over to the dolled up, wigged up version of Cece. Take it away, kid. Let's take a closer look at these ladies that I have before you. This one here is the first one that I ever made. After the base was done, I'd painted her and sprinkled some glitter on her and had a lot of fun hot gluing stones however I wanted, a lot of free reign. I got the feathers off of eBay, they were very cheap there. I got the rhinestones off of eBay as well. She's not finished, alright? Look, party in the front, no business or party in the back, like no one wants to see that. But it does give you an idea of what I did. You can see that I've hot glued the feathers to the back of this little cardboard panel. And the way that I've done that, if you look closely, is there's little like tape marks. It's really just a matter of like taping things to stand up. And what is this panel? Why, that's a flattened out toilet roll. And you'll see that those come in handy. So don't throw those bad boys away, they are excellent. Speaking of toilet rolls, now that I've mentioned toilet rolls, you've probably gotten an idea of how I made this bad boy. Why, this right here, this is a crystallized toilet roll ready for the runway. Now, I did not make the base with the same technique of a plastic bag. This is actually from EVA foam molded with a heat gun, which is a popular cosplay technique, and it's actually sewn into the wig. I couldn't really find another way to get this to stick on, so that's staying there for now. And again, feathers from eBay, and they're hot glued on the inside of the toilet roll. Well, there you have it, everyone. I hope you learnt a thing or two, and I especially hope that you found this useful if you're just starting out and you're a beginner in this wonderful world of show business. You will have so much fun with this technique come Halloween, or if you have a show coming up and you want to be a really cool showgirl. For me, I was always overwhelmed, like, oh, I could never make it work as a showgirl. I don't have the finances to buy all these really expensive materials, and when you learn that you don't necessarily have to, then you feel a weight is lifted, and it's like, oh, I guess I can do it after all. So I hope that that's what you've learnt from this. I hope you have so much fun, and as much fun as I had making these ladies. We're going to get back to our private conversation, so get the hell out of here. Rude, honestly. Ugh, who raised ya? Love ya. See ya. Anyway, so then she starts telling me that it's getting red and itchy too.
Well, what did I see? What did I think?